Hi everybody and big welcome to cEDH TV gameplay. Now some of you have been asking, are we playing with our hands revealed? Can we see everything? Because right now how it looks like, this is how it looks like when you are watching. But this, with black bars down here, that's how it looks like when we are playing the game. So as you can see, suddenly we can't see people's hands, but boom, it's like this. So we are doing a little bit of an recording magic trick. In any case, let's look at what we are playing today.
So, I was supposed to bring Tivit today, but thanks to the new announcement of Gifts Ungiven being unbanned yesterday, I couldn't resist to bring it into my Bluefarm. So that's what I'm playing today, Bluefarm. You know what Bluefarm does, so I'm not gonna explain it, but Gifts Ungiven is now unbanned, and we're gonna try it today in Bluefarm. What do you guys think of Gifts Ungiven being banned? Write down in the comments, and I would love to read it.
So wait, there's a ban list in EDH. Wait, things have been unbanned. Thank you, Yo, for telling me the news about this. So I didn't put anything that's been unbanned in. I'm playing Pirate Metal again because I'm gonna bring it to Sweden when I play with my friends on this channel in just a few weeks. So we're doing the Grixis package again. No need to explain it because I've played it a million times here on the channel, and so have my opponents. And let's have some fun.
When looking at the ban announcements, or unban rather, I was thinking about what could actually be played in cEDH. And Gifts, of course, has some application. The others, not really. When I stretched the limitations, I felt like Panoptic Mirror could be something. And in looking for a deck that wants it, I think Obeka might, because before you could just do is Isoconceptor Final Fortune. But with Panoptic Mirror, all the extra turn spells work, so maybe there's something there. Also, actually, Obeka is really cute because you can like cancel people's 1-1 wins because the owner of the turn ends it. So maybe that can come up. Not sure it's great, but it's Grixis, so it's not bad.
My girlfriend actually plays Commander 2, and her favorite commander is Purohoros, God of the Forge. And therefore, obviously, Purohoros, the God of the Forge is the best commander inside the entire format. The entire goal of this package is basically get the Forge boss into play, then cast creatures and burn your enemies away, because you're killing everyone. It's literally turning your entire command zone into a combo, making it the perfect ultimate tier 1 best commander inside the entire format. What can go wrong? This first 7 is a little bit too slow, so we're going to mulligan. We have a Ragavan turn 1, then we have a Razor King Needlehead, we also have a Eidolon of Great Revel, and a Slicer Hired Muscle, and a Price of Progress. I think that the Price of Progress is gonna be the surprise win, because something that happens later down the game is that people start to like remove Purohoros over and over, but then boom, Price of Progress can be used to win out of nowhere in the late stage of the game. Once we can't, if we can't win with the Purohoros, so to say, like a surprise they didn't calculate that we were gonna win from out of nowhere. This hand feels great. With Ragavan, we should be able to get the mana that we need to get our big god into play, and then accumulate some of those Burny Hate Bears and eventually a Slicer. So keeping second 7.
Our first 7 is an example of when it's not worth to consult for value. I know, it doesn't sound like me, but sometimes I do actually acknowledge that consulting for value. Let's go to second 7. This hand, similarly, just does nothing. If we were to draw Wheel, this hand is interesting. Not great, but interesting, because we can have 3 mana turn 2 and crack your lead in response to the Wheel. But since we don't have the Wheel in hand and no other actual game plan, I have a Panoptic, I guess, but like that's far way away with the mana. So yeah, let's not do that and go to 6. This hand, however, has a lot going for it. We have a turn 1 Ragavan into a turn 2 Demonic Tutor, and we actually have the 3 mana, so we can cast a Necro or a Rustic. And if worst comes to worst, we have the Temporal... No, we actually always bottom the Temporal Manipulation because it's 6. So we don't have that. But yeah, this hand has a lot going for it, and it has a strong turn 2 with the Ragavan to fall back on. It's pretty good. Let's keep it. I buy a bad extra turn spell. I think those might be a trap. Maybe you strong the red ones because they're actually pretty good. I don't know. Oh well, here we are.
Okay, so this first hand, a lot of moving parts here. Well, we have to untap and get enough mana to cast Glinthorn. So the speed is kind of an issue, but we have Necropotence too, which is great. But you know what? I need to practice my mauls, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little pitch just for the sake of that. Live and let learn, right? This is probably worse. I mean, I do have Rhetoric study. Like, if I had something else, it'd be interesting to maybe consider keeping it, but it's a strictly worse hand. Even worse! We've got Piece of Interaction. We have Mystical Tutor, which we could use to get something like, I don't know, Dark Ritual, you know, something like that, but there's just not much here. So we're going to go to 5. It's been been pretty sucky so far. I won't lie. I've never gone to forest. I'm gonna do it and then just regret it. Okay, let's do it. I mean, at least we have like mana. Tainted Pact, I don't really have anything. I could use Lion's Eye Diamond. Actually, like, that's kind of funny. I could use Lion's Eye Diamond and cast Malcolm on turn 1, but that doesn't get me anything. So I have to, like, I don't know, be able to do a couple things to make this work, but at least we've got like one piece and interaction too. This one with Bomb Library. Pact is going to get us in trouble if we not careful. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pitch this one. And yeah, I'll pass it on to Yule with 4 cards in hand.
We have some mana but not any lands, which is not what I want, sadly. Är det gubben? Nej, pappas dator ska vara på, annars blir det tråkigt för dem som lyssnar. Här gubben, vill du leka med den? Varsågod. Nu har jag spolat ner min telefon i toaletten. Alright, back to the game. Okay, so our second hand. I really wish Mnemonic Betrayal was another free drop, like Necropotence wouldn't be that wrong, but this hand only has lands, ramp, and nothing more, so I'm gonna actually mulligan this as well. So here we have our 6, and this would be a definitely keepable hand if we had something to ramp into, but it's not what we have, and I don't think we can keep this hand, and because we only have 2 lands as well, so it might not even be a turn 3 heuristic here. So this is my 5. So I feel like this hand could also be a trap to keep. I'm gonna be daring and go down to 4, hoping for a much better hand. 2 lands, a Wish Claw. I hate this, maybe I should keep the earlier one. Let's go down to 3. Okay, so here is our 3, and sure, it isn't the best 3 I have, but it's good enough for a Ragavan and maybe 2 lands. Play like a turn 2 Tymna. So yeah, we're gonna keep this.
So let's start. Once again, this is actually how it looks like when we played, and this is how it looks like when you are watching it now. So I'm gonna draw a card. And a turn 1 Ragavan and pass.
Go to my turn, and immediately Mons gets me to feel bad because I'm playing better colors, yet I have the same turn 1 in fetching this land and casting a Ragavan, and then I pass.
Take my turn. We will draw a card. Land for turn is an Otawara. Tap Otawara for a Ponder. Ponder resolves. Let's look at the top 3. Okay, I looked at the top 3, I put them back in order, and I drew a card. Other than that, I will pass.
I'm actually gonna join the Ragavan brothers over there. So, playing Blood Crypt, losing 2 life, play my own Ragavan. I guess Rhetoric's gonna be smacked a lot with this Ragavan. Pass the turn.
So this takes us to the meta game or meta mindset of Ragavan stuff. We're gonna draw a card here first, and let's just play a mountain. So Rhetoric has just pondered. He could be meta thinking around Ragavan. Now, obviously they're correct or choice is to attack Rhetoric because he doesn't have blockers, but Pontus and Yule aren't gonna block. Pontus I'm smacking... Wait, Pontus is... I don't think I wanna take Pontus cards. Crom has better cards. Actually, Pirate Metal is good too, but we are smacking at Yule for 2.
What? Heresy! I lose 2. You get Woodlands. Thank God for removing that.
Well, that was worthless. I'm gonna cast the Eidolon of the Great Revel. So whenever someone casts a spell, they will take damage, and I pass the turn.
Go to my turn. I'll play a command tower, a slam turn, and I will actually hit Rhetoric and see if he bluffs or not.
No blocks. You get a land.
I'm not sure. Oh well, I get a treasure anyways. Exile a Simian Spirit Guide to cast a Cabal Ritual. Trigger Eidolon, taking 2. I'll make 3 black. I'll use 2 of them to cast a Demonic Tutor, taking 2 from Eidolon. Demonic Tutor resolves. There's an Eidolon in play, and there's a Purohoros in play. Or not in play, but like calming down. But I'm gonna choose Necro anyways, because I don't think I'm taking damage that quickly. And the Necro still wins from 25. So this Necro is a bit aggressive, but I also don't think there's much choice. It's just the worst Necro there could be. And also both Yule and Rhetoric mulliganed low. So the odds of them having counters are pretty low. So I think landing this Necro and trying to win as quick as possible is among the better choices I have. So I'm finding this Necro, and I am casting it for my plan, my treasure, and my floating black. Trigger Eidolon, I take 2. And I will pay 8 life into Necro, going down to 25. Going down step, drawing my 8 cards. So I'm discarding Adnos, Chromatic Star, and a Gemstone Caverns, and then we are done. Those go to exile, and turn's over.
Take my turn. Draw a card. Land for turn is an Ancient Tomb. Then take 2 more from Eidolon of the Great Revel and cast Malcolm. I have joined the pirate party. I will pass turn.
Untap upkeep. Draw. I will go to combat. I will hit Pontus for 2.
No blocks. Exiling a last chance. Do it.
I will gain a treasure. Play this scrubland. And after that I will crack my treasure and tap my 2 lands to play a Tymna. Pass the turn.
Untap and draw a card. Sorry Pontus, you just put Necro in play. I'm punching you for 4.
No blocks. Take 4. And Ragavan exiles Undercity Sewers.
So another treasure. I'll play Bloodstained Mire, sacrifice it, finding a mountain, then for a total of 4 mana, sacrificing 1 treasure remaining, casting Purohoros, God of the Forge, sacrificing the last treasure to cast a Norin the Wary. I will take 2 damage from the Eidolon, and then everyone takes 2 as Norin enters with a Purohoros trigger. And then I hope that we were able to do enough damage on Pontus to prevent him from winning with his Necropotence, or else we will die. In any case, I pass the turn.
Maybe. Never know. Like, I've taken around 10, 12 damage this turn without Necro, so we'll see. I'll untap, not draw due to Necro. And let's start off by attacking and hitting Joel for 2.
Norin disappears.
I'm actually considering not to block because I would lose anyway, even if I block or not block. So yeah, I'm taking 2, no blocks. Exiling Arcane Signet.
I'll make a treasure and have a Arcane Signet I can cast until end of turn. Land for turn, in post-combat main phase, will be a Verdant Catacombs, which I will fetch, taking damage. Finding Underground Sea. Here we have the conundrum that I'm not sure if I called it out, but I kind of predicted. Casting Necro costs us 6 life, and we got hit for another 6. And casting any spell will cost us at least 2 life. We have 2 pieces of interaction for the Eidolon, which we need to get rid of to be able to storm off. We could also just Oracle Consult for a total of 6. So we kind of need to find interaction. We can't guarantee interaction with the Wish Claw, but if we do, we can't really guarantee that we find Born Upon Wind as well, because we can only draw like 10 cards. Actually, I think we should have gone harder on the first Necro activation because we kind of knew that we were going to take more damage. We can't go hard in the next one. So either we slow roll this, which I don't think is really successful. I can play Obeka. I'm still taking at least 2 damage, probably more. Or, well, at least 6 damage from the Purohoros with Norin. So that's not really an alternative. I'm just dying that way. So with that said, I realized that I need to win now or I die. So let's try or die trying. I don't like my odds, but let's go. I will tap 1 to cast a Soul Ring, taking 2 from the Eidolon. Tap Soul Ring, tap Underground Sea, cast a Wishclaw Talisman, taking 2 from the Eidolon. Use the colorless floating to activate Wishclaw. Find this card and give the Wishclaw to Mons, because I will die before he gets it.
Funny, that's actually true.
With Wishclaw, I find this card. I use my 2 floating to cast a Snap in the Eidolon, taking 2, going to 10.
I didn't expect my Eidolon to do this much work. It goes to my hand.
I'll untap 2 lands and then see how much we can high roll in the Necro for 9. Because I'm always dying. Let's just see if we can win. So I would like to go to my end step and draw 9. So I can BM here, but I'm not gonna. So what I will do is tap 2 to cast a Brain Freeze, targeting Ewell, Storm trigger on the stack. I'll pay 1 life to force of will, pitching Force Negation, trying to counter the Brain Freeze but dying in response, and the Brain Freeze gets exiled.
At the end of your turn, my Norin comes back into play, and you all take 2.
I don't know what just happened, but that was awesome. Let's draw a card. Land for turn will be an Underground Sea, pick on Mons,
Norin goes away, and I take 2.
and I make a treasure. Fortunately, I got to pass.
At the end of your turn, Norin comes back, and you all take 2.
Draw. I want to move to combat. Attacking, I think I will attack Rhetoric with the Ragavan, and attacking Tymna at Mons.
I take 2, and Norin goes away.
Yeah, and I take 2 as well. You get a Muddle the Mixture.
Damn it, I can't do anything with that. Getting a treasure with Ragavan. Go to second main phase, triggering Tymna. I will pay 2 life. I'll gain 2 life, but pay 2 life to draw 2 cards. And after that, I will play this Tundra. Pass my turn.
Norin comes back, you all take 2. Go to my turn, draw a card. I'm gonna play this Dwarven Mine. When this land comes into play, if I control 3 or more mountains, I will make a 1/1 red dwarf. Purohoros will trigger, you all take 2. I am going to cast the 3 mana Vehicle, Slicer hired speed antagonist.
Oh dear.
Norin goes away. Now this has living metal. As long as it's your turn, this vehicle is also a creature, so Purohoros will trigger. Time to combat. We're going to smack 3 damage at Yuel, Ragavan smacking at Rhetoric.
I will respond. I will tap 2 mana to play this Orcish Bowmaster. When it's entering, I will shoot 1 damage at Ragavan, not my own, and then I will block with my token army to block the Slicer, making my orc army goes away.
No one took damage, that was sad, and I didn't get a treasure. You aren't really supposed to do this when there are an Orcish Bowmaster in play, but we're casting the Goblin Welder anyway. All of you take 2.
Ouch.
Then at my end step, Norwin will come back, probably gonna die pretty faster than Bow army, and you all take 2.
Ouchie.
Pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, Mons, I'm going to pay 2 to cast Titanium Impact. Look at the cards. Mana Vault, Soul Ring, Snap, Fierce, Scalding Darn, Orcish Bowmasters. There's Glinthorn. Ugh. Valley Flood Color, Spectral Sailor, Necro. I'm too low to really care about Necro. There's Memebat. Passes Oracle. There's Study, Praetor's Grasp, Underworld Breach, a couple more lands, Psych Rift. Ooh, that would take care of some probs, I guess. We're gonna keep going because we want the 1 ring. Come on, people. It's gonna be like literally at the bottom of my library. Our Force of Negation, Reckless Fireweaver. 1 ring. Put that in my hand. Cards left in the library are 20. Yes. Let's go to combat. No flying for Mons, so the pirates will smack back.
I take 2. Norin goes away.
Make a treasure. Cast the 1 ring. And with that, I will pass.
At the end step, Norin comes back, and Yuel takes 2.
Taking my turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. It pains me to play this. Play this City of Traitor. Well, I guess the big guy is coming. I take 1 damage, cracking my treasure to play this Chrome.
Norin trigger!
Okay, with the Norn trigger on stack, I will tap the 1 ring, put a burn counter on it, and that will trigger your Bowmaster.
Triggering Bowmaster, targeting Nori,
He goes away forever!
gaining an army. And now, what we have all been waiting for. Let's go into combat! Smacking with Chrome at Mons.
I take 4.
Going to second main phase. Paying 1 life with Timna and draw a card. After that, I will pass my turn.
Draw a card. I'm going to cast a Delayed Fire Blast Fireball. This is going to kill all of the opponent's creatures except for Crom and deal 2 damage to Yuel.
Sadly, I have no responses. So yeah, my board is dead.
Rhetoric is sitting with the 1 ring, so my friend Yuel, take 5.
Why did you leave me, Rhetoric? I'm taking 5.
This will flip Slicer. And I will pass the turn. And Rhetoric, you can have a Slicer. There's someone you can attack and kill with it.
What a cruel summer. This game. Untap. Now I've lost protection. I will tap 1 ring, draw 2 cards, and then I will draw. Let's put a land into play. Volcanic Island. I'm gonna animate dead the Orcish Bowmasters. Lotus Petal. Your face, Mons. Oh, it's not on the field yet. It hasn't come out of the grave yet. It's working on it. And I get my little army guy. Okay, here goes, guys. Sacrifice these 2. Cast a Final Fortune. Then that's resolved, so I'll get an extra turn. I'm going to sacrifice Lotus Petal for red, take 2 damage, and then cast a Wheel of Fortune. All right, so we draw cards. I'll point 14 at Mons. Right to your face. Now I'll move to combat, and I will attack Yule as instructed by this machine. Fantastic. Move to my end step, and Orcish Bowmaster is gone because he died.
At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of Slicer until end of turn. If you do, untap Slicer, goad it, and then it can't be sacrificed this turn if you don't convert it. This means that I'm not going to give it to you, as I'm the only one you can attack. However, as Slicer was tapped at the end of your turn, it comes to me, I can choose to give it to you, and that's how it gets untapped. In other words, it's on my battlefield currently tapped, which means I don't have a blocker.
Well, that's exciting. And all I'm going to do with my extra turn is simply untap, taking some well, if I probably tap the 1 ring just for extra insurance, draw 3 cards, and then draw that. Well, that card was there already. And yeah, we have enough information available to go ahead and swing with the Orc army and kill you. GG's, I win.
Ah! This was such a secure game for my victory.
I went to 4. I was very nervous about that, but
I honestly felt that this was like gonna be such a close, secured victory with Purohoros God of the Forge, and it would have been so amazing to showcase the power of reducing people's life, making them unable to do things. Like you literally tainted packed away your entire deck to find the One Ring, and then Yule was slowly dying, and then you somehow stole an orc army and wheeled away. Yeah, that was great.
I mean, like the only thing I could see, because I had a Fluster Storm in my hand, was enough to play the One Ring and have backup. Because I was like, maybe you'll counter this, and then
I was considering killing your Orcish Bowmaster, but I thought like you're gonna just wipe some of Mon's creature. I didn't think you had a wheel.
I mean, you were dying anyway to the slicer, so it what doesn't matter really.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Exactly. I thought I needed you, but you betrayed me. First you leave me alone. Alone in the fire. You just closed the lid and like burned you.
I share my love equally for everyone. All of you die.
I mean, what an engine with Norn and Purohoros and all that. It's like just perpetual damage.
This game actually showcased why Stax struggles and kind of why Purohoros struggles. That you're putting pressure on people and you're slowly killing them, but you're not killing them outright. But what kind of happens is that people interact with your stuff and destroy parts of your board state. Like my Eidolon was being killed by Pontus, then Pontus died. My Norin was killed, so you get focused a lot, even though you aren't technically the biggest threat. Yeah.
Exactly, you just get the eyes, and we spend resources like to get rid of you, and then some of us maybe find a way to win through that. So, damn, that board wipe. I was like thinking, damn, I have deflecting sword. If you like put a burn spell or something on me, I can like direct it to another creature you control or something.
Hope you enjoyed the match. As always, we will be back. See you around, guys.
See you, Ryan.